You are watching Channel Adrian TV.
Yo YouTube, welcome to another reaction video. This is between I think the title is entitled couple. The title of the video is A Titled Couple Acts Tough Until It's Time to Go to Jail. I just want to say I appreciate all the support, and I did get the CB4s and the new Deion Sanders Nike Air Diamond Turfs, so I'm definitely going to be dropping sneaker reviews on that, so be on the lookout for those. But until then, let's get into the video.
We got Timu Popeye and olive oil before GTA 6.
She needs to go. What? She needs to go. Why? Because the establishment has asked her to leave. If she does not leave, then you're going to go to jail. You will. What's going on? What did you do? It doesn't matter. Either you have to walk out, ma'am, either you walk out now or go to jail. Who said she needs to go out? The establishment has said. Who? It does not matter what she did. Please leave. There's a door right.
Now, number one, if any establishment tells you to leave, I don't care if you're in the right or wrong, just leave. Like for me personally, if establishment is telling you to leave, why would you want to stay? And more importantly, why would you want to spend your money there? Just leave. It'll make it all better. I never understood why if people are asked to leave, they want to stay. Or say if you want to move in a certain neighborhood, people don't want you to live there. I don't understand why you would want to move in there. Those type of things. I just kind of use basic common sense.
Who asked her to leave? The management here on property. There's a door right there. Walk outside. Just calm down, my brother. Calm down. You're not going to do that to me. We're getting this situated. Listen, it's going to be situated by you guys walking out the door. Okay, there's a door right there. So that is fine. We heard you the first time. Get your hand out of my face.
And you see how he's acting offensive. Now, I get you may feel embarrassed if an establishment asks you to leave, but like I said, if establishment asks you to leave, just leave. And I don't know if he's been drinking, but you've seen how it's starting to escalate. And let's just talk about the elephant in the room. Some people will jump to them being racist, which I haven't seen any proof of that. But even if that's the case, that's why I use the example of if a neighborhood doesn't want you to move there, why would you stay? It would be stupid.
Okay, let me catch some. Go ahead. No, sir, you need to go out the quickest exit. You're going to be right there. I'm going that door. Go out. You're going out that door. Go out that door. Why are you bumping me, dude? Yeah, you're going out that door. If you wasn't here, you wouldn't be this. Come on. You understand that? Amen.
Now, like I said, instead of trying to go out that other door, or I'm just going to go out the other door because don't want to situation to become escalated. And like I said, I would have just left the first time. No need for me to stay.
You were seconds away from doing it. I can talk to you guys outside, but I can't hear in here. Because this is establishment. Please leave. You. After you. Okay. After you. No, sir. Don't be bumping up on me. That's how you start fucking problems. Go outside. Give me my face and back the fuck up from you. Yeah. Go outside. Now. Don't even start. Go now. Nope. You're going to jail. Keep him out. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
Now, as far as her going to jail, I'll be honest, if I was in that situation, since they're literally right by the door, I just would have got them out. I don't know police protocol, but to immediately grab her and say you're going to jail, I think that might be a little excessive, to be honest with you, because the door's literally right there. And I know he did tell them time and time again, you're being seconds away from getting arrested. I just would arrest them at that bar, because you notice how they were walking towards the door and got towards the door. That's what I'm saying. So if it would have been to that point, I would have just arrested them by when they were at that bar and they didn't leave. the first few minutes.
Whenever you grab law enforcement in the commission of my duties, that's called battery on law enforcement officer. Yes, ma'am, you did.
Where did I grab
It
you?
is all on camera.
Sir, where did I grab you?
Start walking.
Where did I grab you? Sir, where did I grab you? Sir,
On my
you're
wrist.
being over-aggressive.
Get up.
I have a bad hip. I just had surgery. Ow.
Yeah, and it's not funny because you see how she fell down the steps, but because of how the cam is, I can't see is he like draking her, pushing her, or is she trying to stop momentum and stop him from, moving her along. So it's still a tough situation. This is why you just gotta leave. You just gotta leave. And I don't think it's funny that she's being taken out in handcuffs and being separated out from her boyfriend or husband. But at the end of the day, and I know there may have been drinking involved, but at the end of the day, if someone asked me to leave, y'all just leave.
The shoulder hold may not go any lower as per her wish, but at least she got the public embarrassment that she asked for.
Sir, I have a bad hip. I just had surgery. Sir, I had a bad hip. I just had surgery. I have a bad hip, sir. I promise you, I have a bad hip. Please.
There's a very large black male wearing a puffed up jacket. He left. But he walked outside. He's the husband.
You don't know me. I have a bad hip. I have a bad hip. I just had surgery. Please, on my right side.
I don't have my this one I got.
On my right side.
And that's sad, man. If she would have just left, you would have been fine.
I'm gonna have to take her out of cuffs for a second, but because I could get her shit off.
Sir, I have a bad hip on my right side.
Cut myself. You want to just hold her so I can get the shit off of her? Hey, listen, look at me. If you give me any issues when I take you out of handcuffs, it's not going to be good for you, okay? So understand that. If you make any movements, I'm going to take it as a threat, and you're going to get put up against the car. You understand me? Because I got to take you out of cuffs to get all your stuff off.
Sir, why are you yelling?
I'm making sure you understand.
I'm military, so why are you yelling at me?
So you understand because you're intoxicated.
I'm not intoxicated.
Okay, turn around and face the
This
car.
man hurt me.
So again, like I was explaining, here in the state of Florida, right? They don't have to have a reason. Once they tell you to leave, you're required by law to leave the establishment.
Okay, that's
There's
fine.
no ifs, ands, or buts. So I would assume I don't know why we're here yet. It's because we just got here. I don't know I don't know what your wife did. Right now, I would assume, just taking it as an assumption, is that you guys didn't leave. Officer Williams probably detained her for that reason.
No, that's not true. That's not the case. Okay. Because if that was the case, I would have been detained. We were on our way out. He probably he didn't like something I said, right? Because I told him straight up, you. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So he ended up detaining her. She didn't do nothing.
Yeah, and you see, that's why, like he said, they don't have to give you a reason. That's why me personally, I would have just left. I know I don't really go out to bars and clubs anyway because it's a waste of money and waste of time. But still, if that happens, I'm just gonna leave.
She didn't grab him? No. She didn't do anything. She didn't do absolutely nothing. She was walking behind me. If that was the case, she would have walking behind me. Yeah, she was right here. We were walking out this door right here. And all of a sudden she grabbed me.
I'm behind the building with the male half.
Fuck you too. He didn't like
Closest to
that.
Perry.
Right? He's to her. You all right? Let's be real here. And then he arrested her. Whatever he did.
Mr. Tough Guy here thinks the whole thing is about him. while his military girlfriend can't even follow simple instructions.
Okay. Go ahead and get in.
For what?
Get in the car or you're going to have problems.
Sir, I'm trying to
I'm
ask.
giving you a lawful order and I'm telling you to listen to get in the car. Or you're going to catch more charges. I don't care.
Yeah, at that point, you just gotta get in because those charges will build up and add up. And like I said, it's an unfortunate situation. That's why. And if they add, and from when I watching in the video, they asked him once. That one time, I would have just left because I didn't think in the way they asked him was like yelling at him. But I do understand how some people can feel embarrassed and not want to leave. But me personally, like I've always said, if you ask me to leave, you'll never have to ask me twice. I'm just gonna leave.
You're not listening. You're military, so follow orders and get in the car.
I'm not following orders.
Okay, then you're gonna get stuck
Why
in the
am
car.
I being put in the car, sir? Why am I being put in the car? Can I ask for what?
Because I told you to get in the car.
No. Why am I being put in the car?
Oh, she about to get more charges.
Sir,
Seth,
sir, why am I being put in the car?
I just told you.
For what?
You're under arrest.
For what, sir?
And you're gonna catch more charges.
Of what? Of who? Sir, I'm gonna arrest. Sir, I promise you.
Get in the car.
For what?
You're under arrest.
You're under arrest.
for
what,
battery on
sir?
a law enforcement
You're
officer.
gonna catch more charges.
Of
Jen,
what?
hey,
Of who?
hey,
Sir, I
get in the
haven't
car or you're gonna have additional
Sir,
charges.
I promise you, I haven't ever. Sir,
I believe that you haven't been arrested before, but you are under arrest right
No,
now.
sir,
Yes,
for
ma'am, you
who?
are. From me. You do not grab a law
No,
enforcement
for-
officer by the wrist at all.
We're just trying to get home. We were on the way out here, and all of a sudden he grabbed her of everybody that's going on. And I'll tell you why. He probably felt some type of way about what I said.
Well, no, she's being very aggressive.
And that's not true.
Yeah, I just tried to put her in the car and she resisted me and tried to push her way out of the car. So 100%.
Because she's unlawfully detained. What do you expect? She's
And before she got arrested, I remember he was throwing something in the cup. That gentleman was throwing something in the trash. Him and the police officer touched each other. I can't remember who touched each other first. I would have to rewind the video. And that's when she came in. They're trying to push the officer off and separate them two. And that's what I believe that led to her becoming arrested. Now, even though I do feel she was trying to break it up, she did touch the officer. So I don't know how the rules are. But this is why I say anyone in this situation, it's always better to leave. Especially if you have a spouse with you, because odds are if your spouse is with you, they're going to take up for you. And these situations can happen.
It doesn't matter.
What do you mean it doesn't matter?
Because she's detained and I gave her a lawful order that we speak on behalf of the business, right? They hire us to be here to speak for them.
Yeah, that's the problem.
How's that a problem?
That's the problem. Because whatever they say just kind of goes. And y'all don't take the
So you understand this is a private business that can ask you to leave for any reason.
Okay, and we were leaving.
Right.
We were.
Okay, I don't know. I don't.
And that's one thing I will say. Remember when I said if you were going to arrest her, you should just did it at the bar. But technically, she didn't touch him at the bar. So I can get that. But since they were literally right by the door walking down the stairs, me personally, I just probably would have let him go. Even after she pushed me to get him off and to separate us, I probably wouldn't have arrested her. I probably would have just let her go, to be honest with you, if it was me.
That's going to be for whatever his report says, and that's going to be up in court.
With your predetermined whatever.
Right, because there's this thing called the fellow officer rule, where when they tell me something, I can go by that.
You're going to go with what your fellow officer tells you. I understand.
Because we have body cams that capture everything.
Okay, that's fine. So look at old boy's body cam and see where this incident occurred.
I'm sure we will.
Okay,
But it's probably not going to get done tonight.
yeah, and I know you're already coming in with this predetermined prejudice about what already happened in here.
No, I'm not. No,
That's fine.
my only issue is just with when I was being super polite with her and I'm trying to get her in the car and she doesn't want to listen. That's the only issue I have. That's it. Other than that, I have no issue.
A CCTV in the establishment recorded the entire incident, effectively sealing the female's fate. But even then, her husband took a little convincing to get off the property.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that was not smart. Oh, yeah, that's why we were hauling ass to get over here. Yeah, he was on.
Yeah, it's like That's why I said, like, when's the altercation between him and that officer when he was trying to put something in the trash? She came, put his hands on him. Now, you can't tell with intent if that was to hurt him or separate him, but you know what? Let me go back real quick just to see. Yeah, because if you look, he's already down the stairs.
Off the property.
Oh shit! Yeah, that was not smart.
Yeah, he was already going down the stairs. She should have just followed him.
Oh yeah, that's why we were hauling ass to get over here. Yeah, he was on the phone in the back. He's like, she's unlawfully detained, but because I told him, dude, I got her in the car, and I was like, dude, lady, you're about to catch another charge, because she kept trying to push off to get out of the car. I was like, you're gonna catch 2 charges of assault on Leo if you don't get in the car. So I had to lift her up and throw her in. And I was like, what are you doing? Oh, I'm sure.
So what's happening with my wife?
She's going to jail.
For what reason?
I told you, he already told me, battery on a Leo. So at this point, like I said, if you come back on the property, you're going to go to jail. So you have about a reasonable... What?
No.
Nope. Because you are got to get immediately off the property. This is still their property. So you need to go to the sidewalk. And you have a reasonable amount of time to do so, or you're going to go to jail too.
Okay, what is my time frame?
It's a reasonable amount of time. So whatever me and my fellow officer determine reasonable.
See, if I already know, let's say if I'm in his shoes, if my wife is already detained, I need to find out, okay, officer, walk with me to the sidewalk. What station is she going to, so I could get in the process of getting the bondsman and get her out. That's where his mindset should be at.
Like this, can I just ask you this? Why are you
trying to be nice? We really are.
I'm not. Yeah.
Telling you that
I'm just trying to give you your options, man.
Whatever happened over there, so far you weren't a part of it, so we're not trying to mess with you.
But I'm trying to tell you.
She's going to have her day in court, but this is not the time and place to argue. I'm trying to give you your chance to leave. I cannot keep having this conversation with you because we have to go figure that out. So again, please leave.
I don't. What, can I get your name and badge number and all this stuff?
My badge number is... My name's Austin.
Because I just don't honestly think y'all guys will be in. If y'all don't mind...
Okay, look, you gotta... I'll give you my name and badge number, but you got to go. Or you're going to go to jail. And I'm not trying to do
but can I record this information?
You're free to record.
What is your name, sir?
Officer... But if you don't get off the property, you're going to go to jail.
Okay,
so yes, I'll walk with you. That's fine. I have
to. Why you being like this, though, man?
Because I keep asking you to leave, and you're not listening. Now we are leaving, and that's fine. And that's why I'm willing to talk and give you all the information. But when we're sitting back there, that's not the time and place to do it. She's gonna have her day in court. You're gonna be able to go speak on her behalf. That's totally fine. But here, when we just told you had to leave, it's not the time and place to do so. That's all I'm trying to get at, man. I have no issue.
Y'all trying to play this up as if you've already been telling us or telling me.
No, that's the first time I told you. But you were, like I said, you weren't actively leaving. You were still standing there trying to talk to me. That's all it was.
So I cannot understand what's going on. So
I just explained part of sidewalk. You're good. See, sidewalk is fine. But again, you step back on that pavement, you're gonna go to jail. That's it.
You gotta understand. This is my wife in here.
We get
okay.
I do understand.
Where is she going? How can I see?
Yeah, I can answer all those questions for you.
Yeah, see, those are the questions I would be worried about. I wouldn't be asking anything else at this point because it's so far gone. You can't do anything.
Gonna go probably, depending on how long the paperwork takes, she's gonna maybe go to the annex, which is here, but ultimately she's gonna end up in Crestview at the Okaloosa County Jail.
The 36-year-old female was charged with battery on an officer and resisting obstructing without violence. YouTube thinks you'll love the video on screen. Click to watch now.
And yeah, that's it. An unfortunate situation. Like I said, the reason why I do these videos is not to make fun of anybody's misfortune. It's to learn so I don't go through these situations, and hopefully you don't as well. And like I said, the best thing to learn from this video, if someone asks you to leave, just go ahead and leave. You'll be better off. I appreciate all the support. This is part of the 365 challenge. Day 24, 25. I just want to say I appreciate all the support, and I will see you on the next video.